Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to talk about something that has quietly followed Jay-Z throughout his career, the claim that he might be one of the most sensitive rappers in the industry. Over the years, several people have come forward with similar stories. They say that if someone made even a small critique about Jay-Z or expressed an opinion he didn't agree with, he would personally reach out to them. Sometimes, they claim, he would even call them directly to confront the situation. And this conversation recently resurfaced after a video began circulating online, a clip where DJ Funk Flex openly called Jay-Z out over this very issue.
I'm gonna tell you about Jay-Z. You want me to tell you about Jay-Z? You want me to tell you? You know you want me to tell you why he can't be on social media?
Why?
Because he's the most sensitive motherfucker on the planet, and he can't take niggas in his comments telling him the truth.
Oh, what?
Okay?
Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay?
Damn, okay.
He can't take it. He can't open up social media. You know what Jay does? He watches social media from a fake page.
Yo, what's up with you and Jay?
Okay?
Man? Jay ain't letting
It's not, but I'm giving you the truth.
I believe Funk Flex, I really do. Recently, Joe Budden and Mark Lamont Hill had a conversation about Jay-Z and Roc Nation. During that discussion, Mark revealed something interesting. He said that even he received phone calls after making certain critiques about Jay-Z.
They think we scared of Roc Nation. Like, we get our talking points every day from Roc Nation.
You asking me to with really powerful people that I know watch and listen to every word I say. And if not every word, certainly when their name come up.
Super Bowl shit, I was on his ass. He did some other shit with the school, was on his ass. Got the call too. But
that alone should tell you something. Jay-Z does make calls behind the scenes. He definitely pays attention to how people speak about him. In fact, there was even a moment when he called T.I. to question him about his list of the greatest rappers, because T.I. had placed Tupac above Jay-Z.
He put Pac over Hove. Why was that?
Oh, you know what? Hove called me. And then he said, oh, and by the way. He said, oh, and by the way, you really believe that? And I said, yeah, I do. When it comes to impact, I do.
Now, in that particular situation, I actually think it was a good thing that Jay-Z made that call. Rihanna might have easily believed that Jay-Z and Beyoncé were somehow encouraging Stephen A. Smith to make those comments. And listen, Beyoncé may very well be the stronger performer, but repeating that opinion across multiple platforms right before Rihanna was about to headline the Super Bowl halftime show didn't look good. It felt unnecessary. You don't have to put one artist down in order to lift another one up. So in that moment, it seems likely that Jay-Z wanted to smooth things over with Rihanna, which is why he checked Stephen A. Smith. But like I said before, Jay-Z has the power and he isn't afraid to use it. If someone says something he doesn't agree with, he's willing to make that call and address it directly. Another interesting example came when Jay-Z reportedly reached out to Professor Michael Eric Dyson. At the time, Dyson had publicly defended Drake during the ongoing feud between Kendrick Lamar and Drake. He even wrote an entire piece about it, criticizing people for policing Drake's black identity and claiming that Drake hadn't contributed to the culture. What's fascinating is that Jay-Z reportedly contacted Michael Eric Dyson to express his disagreement with that position on Drake, and that to me says a lot.
Rihanna's fantastic, but there's one thing she's not. She ain't Beyonce. She gets my money. Mad love for her, wishing her nothing but the best come Super Bowl performance, but you do know there's only one Beyonce. People who will remain nameless, Hollywood stars, couple of cats pissed off at me, going off, complaining, never spoke to me again. Months later, Hove and I was on the phone. Hove was like, quote, simple and plain, my dog, you family, that's family. That's too close to say that, but I didn't know.
Now, in that particular situation, I actually think it was a good thing that Jay-Z made that call. Rihanna might have easily believed that Jay-Z and Beyoncé were somehow encouraging Stephen A. Smith to make those comments. And listen, Beyoncé may very well be the stronger performer, but repeating that opinion across multiple platforms right before Rihanna was about to headline the Super Bowl halftime show didn't look good. It felt unnecessary. You don't have to put one artist down in order to lift another one up. So in that moment, it seems likely that Jay-Z wanted to smooth things over with Rihanna, which is why he checked Stephen A. Smith. But like I said before, Jay-Z has the power and he isn't afraid to use it. If someone says something he doesn't agree with, he's willing to make that call and address it directly. Another interesting example came when Jay-Z reportedly reached out to Professor Michael Eric Dyson. At the time, Dyson had publicly defended Drake during the ongoing feud between Kendrick Lamar and Drake. He even wrote an entire piece about it, criticizing people for policing Drake's black identity and claiming that Drake hadn't contributed to the culture. What's fascinating is that Jay-Z reportedly contacted Michael Eric Dyson to express his disagreement with that position on Drake, and that to me says a lot.
And let me tell you something, a very dear and good friend of mine disagrees with me bitterly. Well, I won't say bitterly, just aggressively and vigorously. His name is Sean Carter, better known as Jay-Z, but he hit me up and he vigorously disagreed with my particular position. He said it with dignity. He said it with respect. He articulated his ideal intelligently. I responded to him. We went back and forth for a minute, and I shared with him my essay, the 3,000 some word essay I wrote, where I break down what's going on between Kendrick and Drake. So the point is that I'm saying we can disagree with each other and not be nasty.
This right here speaks volumes to me, and in some ways it even exposes Jay-Z's hand. Why would Jay-Z feel passionate enough about this situation to have an entire debate with someone like Michael Eric Dyson, a respected wordsmith and intellectual, over Drake? If anything, this situation adds some credibility to the rumors that Jay-Z may not be too fond of Drake behind the scenes. I also found it interesting that Kendrick Lamar was chosen to perform at the Super Bowl halftime show shortly after his highly publicized battle with Drake. That timing definitely raises questions. It makes you wonder whether Jay-Z had some kind of investment in that Kendrick and Drake feud. Of course, we can't say for sure, but the fact that he reportedly engaged in a passionate disagreement with Michael Eric Dyson about Drake says a lot to me. To me, it confirms that Jay-Z does have significant influence when it comes to shaping narratives. He appears to have strong relationships throughout the industry, which might explain why certain people in the media are very careful about how they speak about him. In many cases, it feels like they go out of their way to protect him. Negative stories about Jay-Z rarely get the same attention, while his rivals often become the focus of criticism. It's a pattern that's becoming increasingly noticeable, almost blatant at this point. Now, with that said, I want to move on and talk about one of Jay-Z's rivals, Nicki Minaj. Recently, Nicki Minaj's sister Ming has been getting called out online after being seen linking up with Nicki's longtime rival, Cardi B. Yes, Ming actually attended Cardi's concert and was later spotted hanging out with Cardi in her section at a club. A lot of people have taken issue with this. Many feel that Ming is being disloyal by spending time with Cardi B, especially considering the history between Cardi and Nicki. Cardi has said some very harsh things about Nicki and her family in the past. She has even made controversial remarks involving Nicki's father and Nicki's son, who of course is Ming's nephew. Because of that history, many people think it looks strange for Ming to be associating with Cardi. Ming did respond to the criticism. She said, "At the end of the day, we're all grown, and some of the drama and everything else isn't going to matter in the future." She also denied choosing sides and added, "Who said you can't love both?" On top of that, she even posted a video where she appeared to mock the entire situation, pretending to issue an apology for attending Cardi's concert.
What y'all finna say right now?
We gonna stand up in camera. We want to apologize for the Little Miss drama tour. Out of line and out of proportion for us. We had no business being there.
Right.
We was drunk, out of our mind, having a ball.
A minor, mind you. A minor. Keep going.
You know what? This whole situation was strange. And honestly, I'm not even sure how close Ming is to Nicki. Ming herself has admitted that she and Nicki are currently at odds. It seems like she's been trying to find her own way in the industry and is looking for support along the way. But I don't think Nicki wants her involved in the industry, and there may be good reason for that. The reality is, you can't always trust people in this business. You can't always trust their intentions. Nicki also has some very powerful enemies, and there are definitely people who would use someone close to her, like her sister, to get at her. I'm not even sure Ming fully understands how deep these dynamics can go. I remember when Nicki was calling out a man who was affiliated with TDE. He had seemingly made a threatening comment toward her. Nicki publicly called him out for it and even alerted federal authorities. In response, he randomly brought up Nicki's sister. It seemed completely out of nowhere, but it showed something important. There are clearly people in the industry who are paying attention to her family.
Then the FBI to me, get the fuck out of here and go get your sister. Go get your sister. Get the fuck out of here. I see your sister got her a little apartment. Go get your sister.
Yeah,
that whole situation felt very strange to me, almost creepy. And it makes it even more questionable that Ming is spending time around Cardi. The thing is, Cardi knows exactly what she's doing. She understands that having Ming around will likely get under Nicki's skin, and that may very well be the entire point. There are definitely people who would use Ming as a way to get at her sister. That's what makes this situation feel so calculated and messy. Right now, Ming and Nicki don't appear to be close. It seems like they're dealing with their own personal issues, and honestly, that's not uncommon in families. We've seen similar situations before, like what happened with Glorilla and her sister Broyla, also known as Victoria. Sisters argue, families clash, that's just part of life. And Ming herself has admitted that she and Nicki have been at odds at times.
We're gonna argue. I'm not gonna lie, my sister do be getting mad at me. But this is nothing new. Like, siblings gonna fight.
What you be doing, man?
Yeah, I was gonna say, why?
Listen, bro.
Why do you think?
Listen, bro. Ming is just Ming, bro. Respectfully, I'm not even gonna lie. I be getting everyone tight, bro.
Can I please smash your sister?
Okay. If you pay me like that's $2 million, bro, I bet I'll catch you.
So what's your current relationship with Nicki?
We was never close. She was like always like busy. She be busy and stuff like that. I be doing my too. Like, we have the same dad. She was a good sister. Like, she did check up on me, my dad, from time to time. Like, she always made sure that we was like, you know, at least good situated in a way. Like, it doesn't matter if she was distant or not. She was still like, you know, being there. She was still making sure that we was all good. Like,
do you think that like Nicki may be trying to protect you from like the bad side of the music industry?
My sister always wanted to like let me know that people are really dirty in the music industry.
Right.
And what Nicki told her sister may actually be true. The industry can be very dirty. Ming clearly wants to be a part of it, but right now it seems like her direction is a bit scattered. Unfortunately, when someone is trying to find their place like that, there are always people willing to take advantage of the situation. And some of them will absolutely try to pit her against her own sister. That's where things can get really messy. I just hope Ming becomes more cautious, takes a step back, and realizes that some of this may simply not be worth it. And hopefully, whatever issues she and Nicki are dealing with can eventually be resolved privately behind the scenes. But anyway, let me know what you all think about this situation in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video if you found it interesting. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.